Hi guys, I'm Maria, Firefly Yoga. So before we start today, make sure you're fit and well. This practice isn't for anyone that is pregnant or who has an injury. So let's come over to our mats. So the components of yoga. The first component of yoga is relaxation. So we're going to come down and we are going to practice relaxing. It's actually not that simple trying to relax. Normally we sit, we relax, we've got our phone, we're very stimulated, we might have some music on, the TV in the background, phone in hand. So this is a chance to completely relax. So nice long body, palms to face up, arms a little way from the body. Just allow the feet to roll out so the hips are nice and relaxed. And then we're just going to be quiet for a few minutes. So as you're laying here, just notice how you feel. Do you feel uncomfortable just being quiet? What are your eyes doing? Do they feel uncomfortable? Do you feel like you need to open your eyes? And what about your body now? Is it actually relaxed? Take a big deep breath in. And now totally allow your body to flop onto the mat. Sometimes we hold ourselves even though we think we're relaxing. So we're going to practice another component of yoga now, which is our breath work. We're going to start with that yogic breath that we've done every week so far. So let's take a big deep breath in through the nose. As you do this, push your belly up like a big balloon. Feel your ribs expand, your chest expand, and then hold your breath at the top just for a couple of seconds. And now I want you to exhale very, very slowly and gently. Allow your chest to drop, your ribs to come in. Now just start to gently pull your belly button back to your spine to make sure you're really exhaling. We're going to hold ourselves just for a few seconds. And now gently you start to inhale. And it's very slow, very controlled. Push the belly up, fill the chest. Right the way up to the top. Hold your breath. And then slowly exhale. So continue with this breath. So abdominal breathing. You're pushing your belly up. You come up into your thoracic breathing, which is your chest, your ribs. Then we come up into clavicle breathing. So this is where you take in that last little bit of air and you feel your collarbones almost lift. You hold your breath for a few seconds. Then the challenge is to exhale slowly. It's quite difficult to exhale slowly. As you're exhaling, do it naturally. Nice and controlled, and then think about really emptying the lungs. So you draw your belly button back to your spine, contracting your insides, pushing that diaphragm up. Now again, hold your breath and then think about not breathing in quickly but slowly as you push the belly up. So let's bring our feet closer together now. Take your palms to face down. Bring your hands closer to your body. We're going to inhale, taking that arms above the head. So full body stretch. Push your heel away on the right side. Push your heel away on the left hand side. And notice everything your body is telling you. For me, I can feel my hips. They feel okay, but as I'm pushing my feet away, I can feel a little bit of lower back pain. So you're being mindful here. You're really connecting with everything you're doing. So let's hold our feet still now. We're going to bring our feet onto the mat, hip distance apart, so the knees are apart. I can feel an arch in my back, so lift your bottom, correct your bottom on the spine, interlace your fingers, and now bring your hands around your right shin. Still have your eyes closed. So we're actually now keeping the relaxation. We're listening to our body and we're using our breath. So we're bringing all these components in, yeah, all the components of yoga. So as you're here, keep your eyes closed. Let the back be nice and relaxed. Use your breath work. Inhale, lifting the belly, drawing that knee into your chest. When you exhale, take that right heel up to the ceiling. Perhaps move your foot from side to side. You can point and flex the foot or make some circles. However you feel you need to bring some movement and mobilization into your shin and your front of your foot, the heel, just about everything there. Let's draw our hands up the leg, bringing them nearly up to the your ankle. You can hold your shin. We're going to just allow the left leg to hover. From here, we're going to let go just for a couple of seconds and we're going to relax back. Let's interlace the fingers, bringing your hands round your left shin. So we're just warming up the abdominals when we allow the hands to release off. If it's too much for you, then, don't worry, just take your time. So on the exhale, so take your time, you breathe in. When you exhale, you take your left leg up, interlace, round your hamstring. Think about pushing the heel up, having your whole spine connected with the mat. Tuck your chin into your chest, and then maybe point, flex, move the foot from left to right, make some circles, however you feel. And as you do this, feel all the tiny little muscles switch on. We're going to lift our hands up, the leg to the shin or the ankle. Right leg hovers. It doesn't need to. If it's too much, you keep the foot on the floor. Just holding it here. Quite strong in the right leg, pushing my heel down. Let's just take off the hands, even if it's for 2 seconds, and then lay back. Can really feel a bit of warmth in the abdominals, and then open your legs. Hold on to just below the knees, and now rock from side to side. So my right knee comes all the way down to the floor, my left knee comes all the way down to the floor, moving from side to side. Going to come all the way over to the right hand side. Come on to our mats, and we're going to practice our cat and cow sequence. So we've got the components, relaxation, so we're always trying to relax. Movement and posture, this would be another component of yoga. So now we're going to arch the back. Yeah, so we're relaxing, we're using our breath, drop that belly, really breathe in, and then exhale here. Perhaps move your hips from side to side, closing your eyes so I feel relaxed. I'm using my breath work, deep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. On your next inhale, so let's all take a big inhale. As we exhale, you can open your mouth when you exhale, draw yourself up. Tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin into your chest, breathe naturally, and let's just rock forward and back. The further back I come, I can feel big stretch in my upper back and in my lower back. Come all the way up. Let's come all the way back. Let's bring ourselves back to neutral. I'm going to take a little look back at my right heel, stretching the side of the body. Little look back to the left heel, stretch on the right hand side, draw your arms out in front, keep your bottom high, close your eyes. So we're going to inhale as you exhale, Take your forehead down to the mat. Just hold it here. Just experience this lovely flat back. So I feel really long from the top of my head, from the crown of my head, all the way down to my bottom, to my tailbone. Gently just move your hips from side to side. So let's bring ourselves back up. Have your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to take our right hand to our tummy and we're going to do a little twist. So instead of just dragging our arm up and hurting our shoulder, right hand to tummy. Now start moving the waist. So as you come round, you see my shoulder lift up. I feel like my hips want to roll over to the right. Draw them back to the centre and then gently lift that arm up. We're not trying to stretch our shoulder, we're trying to get some twist in the waist, so you don't need to drag that arm up. Bring your right hand down. Let's do the left side. Left hand to your tummy, nice and strong, so keep your hips and bottom tight. Just take a little twist in the waist, the head follows. Make sure that your hips aren't coming over to the left. Bring up your left hand, hold it here, and then drop yourself back down. Let's come and sit on our heels. We're going to draw our arms out in front. And notice I'm really bringing my shoulders forward. I'm making space in my back between my shoulders. Hold it here. Let's bring those arms up now. So I'm really getting some lift. I can feel all my vertebrae opening up. Feel my shoulders opening up. Again, you can have your eyes closed. Use your breathing techniques. Big deep breaths in. You can open the mouth. When you hear your breath, you really feel connected to it, don't you? We're going to take our hands behind, really rolling the shoulders back, opening the chest, a little bit of an arch in the back here. So another component of yoga is our mind-body awareness. And that's what we're doing at the moment, aren't we? We're breathing in, really listening to our breath, closing our eyes, internalising. We're going to bring our hands around, take a big body cuddle. So yeah, just move the body from side to side. Lovely. We're going to take our hands down and we're going to come in to down facing dog. Tuck your toes under, keep your legs bent as you come up. Think about your hands. So I've not just got like these loose hands where I could get my fingers underneath my palm. I'm actually opening my hands up and I'm pushing the whole of my palm down. So really rooting down, feeling connected. Tuck your toes and now push yourself back into a half down facing dog. Gently move your hips from side to side. It feels nice in the lower back. Nice big deep breaths in. And out. Let's start to tuck under the toes. So I'm lengthening the legs out a little bit now. I can still feel that nice long back. Just taking your time here. Do what you need to do to get into a nice upside down V shape. So you might, as you're becoming a little bit more flexible, bring your hands a little bit further in. Pushing down your left heel, changing, pushing down your right heel, just having your head hanging. So I guess at first you might need to keep looking up at the screen, but eventually I just want you to like paddle through your feet. Feet are slightly wider than hip distance. We want to either have our knees bent to feel that nice flat back. If you can get your long legs nice and long, push your tailbone up to the ceiling. Maybe walk the hands in a little bit more.
And then when you're ready, bend your knees, walk your hands all the way back to your feet. We're protecting our back when we're in a forward fold. Check out your feet. Make sure they're coming to the front of the mat and they're not turning out to the side. Take all your fingertips, including your thumb, down to the mat. Think about your head now. I'm definitely holding my head, so I'm going to drop it. Rock it from side to side. You know, we're always holding our neck and our head. It's no wonder we've always got bad shoulders. And now from here, think about pushing your tailbone up. Make sure you're feeling the stretch in your hamstrings rather than in your back. Take your hands, interlace them. I want you to stretch your legs and now draw down your interlaced fingers. Feeling a real big stretch in the back now. Straight arms, roll that head. Make sure we're not holding our head. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Bring your hands to your shins. Coming up into your flat back again. So remember what I said, check your flat back out in a mirror at some point. Yeah, you draw your hands up your legs. My flat back generally is my hands very gently resting over my legs, over my knees. Roll your shoulders back, tuck your chin into your chest and try and flatten that back, pushing your tailbone backwards. And then nice strong legs, come and stand up, roll your shoulders back. Ooh, that feels nice. Just lift your heels. Keeping your tummy in. We're going to come to the top end of the mat and we're going to practice a sun salutation. So we're self-regulating when we're in yoga. Breath postures, meditation, relaxation. This is how we self-regulate our bodies. Yeah, we have the power to calm our minds down. So let's roll our shoulders back. So I'm going to keep sort of going over different elements. So when you're at the top of your mat, this is called mountain pose, and you need to feel like a mountain. There's no good just being slumped, the shoulders, the tummy sticking out, the legs are not strong, your bottoms, you know, you're just hanging. So think about this, straighten up, and I mean a straight line. Don't push your bum out or tilt under, nice and straight. Lift your right foot, place it down, strong thigh. Lift your left heel, place it down, strong thigh. Lift your right toes, open them, press them down. Left toes, press them down. Pull up your pelvic floor. Tummy is being held in but gently. Roll your shoulders back. Take your palms to face forward. Open your fingers, gently draw the shoulders down. Now feel pretty powerful. Take the crown of the head up, tuck your chin into your chest. Take a big deep breath in and exhale. Open your mouth. Make that breath long. We're going to inhale the arms above the head. You can open your eyes, inhale and really stretch up. Feel some space in the vertebrae, but don't tip or arch the back. Then as we fall forward, open the hands to the side. My head's coming down, palms are facing down. Get that flat back, so my knees are bent. Bring yourself all the way down to the mat. Fingertips down, right leg back, knee down, toes down. Make sure you've got your knee-ankle alignment. Fingertips, thumb down, dropping the hips and really looking up. You want a big long line from the top of your head to the back of your knee. If it's a bit too much and you feel a bit rounded, then come up, hold it here. So from here, we're going to tuck the toe and we're going to step back into plank. If your plank is too much for you, come onto your knees and take your toenails down. Just drop your bottom. So we're up in our plank. Think about your plank. Relax at any point. Palms are completely attached to the mat. I'm going to draw my feet in tiny little bit and then push back with my heels. My knees will lift, my thighs will switch on. I'm going to then drop my bottom a little bit and open my shoulders. Then think about the long line. So I want you to tuck my chin in a little bit. Drop your knees down, push your bottom up, elbows to the back of the mat, and then come down, chin and chest, bottoms in the air. Really push your bottom up. You can feel a bit of a stretch in the lower back. And then we're going to relax all the way down. Once you're relaxed and you're long on the mat, try and get the length. So I'm going to point my toes and really draw my legs away. I'm now going to bring my hands back to my chest, tuck my chin under, but as I do this, I'm drawing my crown of my head away. So there's I'm really stretched out. Push your palms down to the mat. Inhale and come up into cobra. Now your cobra might just be a tiny little lift in the head. You can come up a little bit higher. Palms are working now and the arms are tight into your chest. We can come up a little higher into up facing dog where the thighs are off. Nice big deep breaths in, and then we're going to tuck and we're going to paddle in the feet, coming into our down facing dog. So widen the feet, a little bit wider than hip distance. Toes are coming forward, lifting the palms, spreading the fingers. And then once you've got your position, tailbone up to the ceiling, close your eyes, use your breath, really connect. So you're meditating through all of these postures, even for a few seconds. You hold, you're quiet, you're relaxing. We need to get this right leg through. So we can either come down onto the knees and we can draw that leg through, or from your down facing dog, you're going to just step through. So you come up onto your toes, stepping that leg through, placing that back knee down. Then just check yourself out, knee ankle alignment. From here, I'm going to take my left hand down and my right hand to the inside of my leg, pushing my leg to the side. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I'm in that lunge. Left hand comes down, and then my right hand is coming to the inside of my leg, and I'm taking my leg to the side. And can you see how my leg's coming out? My chest is coming round, and I'm dropping my hips. So we're here, that leg comes round. If you feel a little bit bizarre, lift up, take a big deep breath. When you exhale, drop your hips, look back, big hip opener. Too much, you're just gonna hold it here, okay? Because you're still working into your hip, otherwise we're here. We're gonna bring ourselves back. We're gonna tuck under our back toes. As you push yourself up, I want you to push back with your heel. We're coming into a high lunge, okay? So again, I'll do that again. Tuck your left toes under, push yourself back, dropping your hips. Bring your hands up and bring yourself all the way up. So notice that I'm really pushing back with my heel. If I don't do this, my knee's gonna be bent. So push your heel back. Think about drawing your shoulders down. Should we practice that Ujjayi breath that we did last week? Okay, so bring your hands into your heart center. You're going to breathe in. Contracting your throat. Remember your mirror. We're going to place our back knee down and relax. So from here, we're going to step that left leg through. Tuck your toes, bring your toes in line with each other. Drop your bottom. Fingertips down, pushing your tailbone up to the ceiling. And then lifting up the head, bringing up your hands, coming all the way up. And just close your eyes for a few moments. As you're closing your eyes, have a little think about your body. Are you a little bit slumped? Lift your heels, tighten the thighs, widen the toes, pull up your pelvic floor, tighten the abdominals, roll your shoulders back and down, crown to the ceiling. Take a big deep breath in and exhale. Practice the Ujjayi breath. Contract the throat. Exhale. Open your eyes. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to do the left side. So roll your shoulders down. Palms down. Palms open. They're coming forward. Think about the legs being nice and strong. Pelvic floor. Everything's really connected. We're going to inhale up. You're going to get that space in the vertebrae lifting up. Palms start to face down. Head. Think about long back. Knees can be bent. Bring your hands down. Lift up that left leg. Draw it back. Knee down. Toes down. Long spine. You might be up on 2 fingers. You might have your fingers to the mat. You might have your palms flat. But the lower you come, you end up arching a little bit and the head comes down. We're thinking about our breath and our lungs, so we need to be nice and wide and open. So come up on your fingertips if you need to. Flatten your hands, come back into your plank. Lift your palms, connect, connect. Push back with your heels, drop the belly, pelvic floor, abdominals. You can be on your knees if you need to. Open your chest, think about long lines and maybe tuck the chin in. Knees down. Elbows are to the back of the room. If they're not, take them back. Push your bottom up a little bit and then chin and chest comes down, bottom in the air. Once you're down, push your bottom up. Toes are tucked under. Take a big deep breath in and out. Relaxing down. As you relax down, think about drawing your right leg away, drawing your left leg away, tucking your forehead under, taking your hands back to your chest, drawing the head away, some really long. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift the thighs. Yeah, so tighten the thighs. Your knees will lift. Your bottom gets a little bit tighter in the glutes. Push your hands down, so lift your head. You can come up higher, pushing, pushing, pushing down. Have a little look back at your elbows. Are they tight to the body? You can come all the way up, opening your chest. And then we're going to tuck and lift back into our down facing dog. Widen the feet. Toes are coming forward. Paddle, paddle, paddle. We're going to hold it still. So get your hands down. Lift your palms. Toes are coming forward. Pushing your heels down, but equally taking the tailbone up to the ceiling. From here, you're going to bring your knees down, or you just step through. Bring that left leg through. Think about dropping your hips, looking up, getting that nice long line. Your right hand is going to come down. Your left hand comes to the, you don't want to be pushing on your knees, guys, okay? So just bring your hand to your inside of your leg and you push that leg out to the side. Your foot's going to lift. As you're pushing, you're getting that twist. So if it feels a bit odd, just lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Release the back toes. Get that twist. Let me show you from there. And so we're here, really pushing away. Shall we practice that Ujjayi breath again? So we're going to contract the throat. So keep nice long deep breath. I'm going to come back to the mat. We're here. We're going to come back to the center. Fingertips down. We're going to step our right toes under. And now remember what I said, we're coming up into that high lunge. So push back with your heel. You know, if we lift up with the knees, the bottom comes up and you round your back. Whereas if you stay low and you just think about pushing that heel back, you'll lift up but you'll stay low in your leg. If you can, we just come all the way up. Bringing the arms up, big stretch. Bring your hands down. We're going to step until the toes are in line, so feet are under your hips. Fingertips to the floor, pushing your tailbone up. Having your knees bent, just want to really make sure we're protecting your back. Make sure your head's dropped. Move your head from side to side. And then lift your head, bring your hands up. So I can really feel hamstrings here. Hands into your heart center. Connect. So as soon as you come up, close those eyes. Pushing down your feet, you might need to lift your toes or your heels, do what you need to do. Squeeze in those thighs. I can feel my bottom's tucking under. Abdominals are tight, pelvic floor, roll your shoulders back and down. Listen to your breath. This is mind-body awareness, isn't it? Yeah, we never connect with our bodies, but you are totally connected here. Practice the Ujjayi breath. Constrict your throat. Drop your hands down to the side of your body. Roll your shoulders. So we'll practice some warriors again. Right leg is going to come back. Warrior one. So we're going to move down until we're into a position where the knee is over the ankle. Remember, you're connecting with the outside edge of your right foot. So if my foot was lifting off, my knee would be bent. As soon as I push that heel back, this leg goes whoop, and it's nice and strong. Bring your hips round to the front of the mat. We're going to inhale the arms up. So get that nice long lift. Yeah, listen to your breath. If you're struggling with the Ujjayi breath, just breathe in loudly, breathe out loudly. When you can hear your breath, you know you're really, really breathing. From here, we're going to bring our hands into our heart center. We're going to come up into warrior three. So this is a balance. So turn your toe under. You're either going to bring your foot in and then just hold it here or lift up your leg. Yeah, or from your warrior one, we're just going to ping up and we're going to come in to warrior three. So we really need to be heavy on the right hand side. So I'm dropping my right hip down, making sure that my hip bones are facing down, trying to keep long. So think about drawing the toes away, point your toes, and drawing the head away, so nice long neck. I'm going to place that foot back down. Well done. Right, let me just show you quickly what I was doing here. So when I came off, we have a tendency to lift that back leg high and see how my hip bone has lifted. My hips are opening to the side. So when I say be heavy on the right hand side, you're dropping those hips down so the hips are facing down. Yeah? Right, we're back in warrior one. So we're here. We're coming into warrior two. Imagine your imaginary line. We've got the front foot, left foot, coming to the front of the mat. The back foot, the right foot, the toes are coming to the side of the mat. You bring your arms up and now look down at your chest. If your chest is diagonal, we need everything to be to the side of the mat. So it's quite difficult. I can feel my knee wants to roll in, my chest wants to do this. I'm trying to get a big opening here. Pushing the outside edge of the foot. Here, chest, arms up. Try and keep your arms at the right level, and then it's just the head that's going to look over the hand. From here, I'm going to take my left hand down to my knee, dropping my right hip, and then drawing that arm up. Really getting a big, nice long stretch, and drawing that arm above my head. Notice from the tip of my fingers, because I'm dropping my hip, from the tip of my fingers to my right heel should be a nice long line. And I'm going to come up. I'm going to bring my right leg to the front of the mat. Again, feet under hips, mind body awareness, lifting heels, placing the feet down, pelvic floor, abdominals rolling back, really being mindful. Yeah, this is the buzzword at the minute. Yeah, mindful of what's going on in my body. Bring your hands to your heart. Yeah, I can feel my breaths calming down a little bit. Calming down, calming down. So I'm stressing my body. So I'm going to turn around because we're doing left side. So my left leg comes back. So bring yourself into a position where your knee is over your ankle, your arms come up, you're pushing back with your left heel, and we're holding it here. Nice big deep breath in. Your Ujjayi breath. Bring your hands into your heart center. If you can, you're just going to lift up, coming into your warrior pose, yeah? So you might just want to keep your toes on the floor, otherwise you're coming all the way up. Thinking about being heavy on the left side, so the hip bones point down, and then a nice long line. So draw your shoulders back, point your toes, gentle little movements, eye gaze is down. Have a little listen to your breath. Are you holding your breath? Practice the Ujjayi breath, yeah? So breathe in. Place that back foot down. Draw your arms back up into warrior one. So the Ujjayi breath, I'm being very, very loud because I want you to hear what I'm doing. But we should be very, very quiet when we're practicing it. No one should hear you when it's internalising, it's really connecting what you're doing. So let's come into Warrior Two. So imaginary line. I've got right foot to the top, left foot now. Toes are coming to the side of the mat. As I'm coming down, I'm noticing that my hips turning in, my chest. So I need to draw everything to the side. Don't worry about taking your time to come into a position. Pushing that heel out, bringing your arms up. Check the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, have a little look over the middle finger actually of your hand. So just stare at the tip of the middle finger. I'm going to bring the right hand down to my leg without my hip coming up. So I'm dropping down in the leg, but I must make sure my knee doesn't go over my toes. Get into this position. Think about the chest being open, drawing up, space. Feel that space in the shoulders. Draw that hand over. Then think about the long line. Yeah, so I might need to drop my hip. If I've got like a banana shaped arm, straighten that out. Looking under the arm. Pushing that foot down. Using your breath. And we're coming all the way up. We're bringing the left leg through. So shorten your distance if you need to. Bring your legs, feet underneath your hips, hands into your heart. Listen to your breath. Big deep breaths in and out. Again, this is a lovely spot to practice the Ujjayi breath when you're not in a stressed position, yeah? So just make that ocean sound very, very gently in and out. Do you feel strong? Are you pushing your heels down? Are you pulling your abdominals in, pelvic floor? Yeah, so mind, body again, be really connected. And then relax. Well done. So we're going to practice the tree. So just notice whenever you're practicing any of these powerful positions, you're actually really connected to your body, which helps you not think about anything else. Yeah, so if you're relaxing, so when we first started, we're talking about relaxing. So you lay down, you're relaxing, and your mind's going from Tesco's to work, to the past, to the future. You know, you think about many, many things. I can guarantee when you're in a Warrior 3 position, there is absolutely no way you are thinking about anything apart from being grounded in that moment. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to bottle that feeling where we're here and there is nothing else we are thinking about. We are bang in the present moment. We're thinking about our body. We're thinking about our breath. It is a total mind-body awareness experience. So bear that in mind as we come into our tree posture. So again, any balance is very, very good for meditation, and this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to switch the mind off. So we're going to practice right leg first. So push down your left foot, be connected, left heel, space between the toes, thigh nice and strong. We're then going to open up the hip on the right side. So just like flick your foot out to the side. So we can start here. You can bring your foot to your shin. Don't put your foot over your knee. So you stay here. Notice my hip is going out to the side. So you can, if you want, bring that foot up and open your hip, but not if your hip is going to be here. Yeah, you're much better off staying down and having a hip open. If you can get your foot all the way up, bring it right the way up. Sorry, wiggly woggly around. Push your foot, bring your hands into your heart. So lots of components to think about now. So grounding down, Ujjayi breath. Pelvic floor, belly, shoulders, just draw those shoulders down, head up, tuck that chin in. And now we're using something called our drishti. So I can guarantee we're all staring at one point. Yeah, we've got 1 point focus. We're really focusing on just keeping this position. And this is what we do when we meditate. We want to just be in this position where we're not thinking about the past. We're not thinking about the future. We're really, really in the moment. So when you start to get really into your balances, this helps with your meditation. So we don't, yoga postures, they weren't just designed for exercise. They were designed to help you meditate. So let's practice the other side. So left side. So get really nice and grounded with your foot on your right foot. Yeah. Open up the left hip. Either stay here, come up a little higher, come up a little higher. Just make sure your hips really open. You can take your hands out to the side if you feel you need to get a little bit more balanced. We're going to bring our hands into our heart. And then think about your drishti, so you're staring at 1 point. Really connecting with your body, your pelvic floor, your muscles. Do you feel a little wobblier on one side to the other? Draw your shoulders back and down. Use your Ujjayi breath. And then we're going to relax. Roll your shoulders. So I hope that all makes sense. Yeah, we're really drawing in and connecting through every single part of our yoga postures. And even when we're doing our sun salutations, this is a way of meditating, yeah? So you're meditating here, you're quiet, you're coming up, you're quiet, you're here, you bring your hands down. It's a rolling meditation using your drishti, your balance. It's bringing you into a position where you're not thinking about anything. So let's come down to the mat now. Take your time. Ugh. Come all the way down. We're going to roll ourselves back, but before we do, we're going to use our abdominals. So I want you to take your hands to the front of your legs, draw your back, yeah, use your belly, nice long spine. Then we're going to roll down. So imagine rolling down, kind of squeezing your hands in and then opening your chest up. Lifting that back up to be nice and long. And we're going to roll down. So you're kind of bringing your hands in just before your fingers interlace and your body relaxes down. We're going to come back up. Last one. If you're struggling with the breath, if your breath's disappearing, remember your Ujjayi breath, so you could exhale. Inhale. All the way down this time, exhale. Bring your knees up and just roll the knees round in circles. We're going to place the feet down. Take your hands to the side of your body and I want you to push your hips up. I'm going to swap sides. So you've got your hips up, yeah? Again, we know how to connect our feet, don't we? So lifting your heels, your toes, really pushing down. So lift your bottom up as high as it will go. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. Now if you want a little more, come up onto your toes and draw your shoulders under so you can lift up your body a little bit more. Then connect the feet back down. Try to make sure that you are pushing down with your feet and that your knees are staying above your feet. Yeah, so your knees aren't going out to the side. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, just roll back down and bring your knees into your chest. Roll your head up. So we always need to counterbalance our postures, and we've just obviously taken our back into a little arch, and now we're rolling in the opposite direction. So we're rolling into a ball. So we're going to practice something called the shoulder stand. So these are like closing poses. This is where we tend to end in the class. The reason we take our legs above our head is to give our heart a rest. You know, our heart works so hard, and when our legs are above our head, it just relieves the heart, gives it a little bit of a relax. So before you do anything, just watch me. So my hands, fingertips are coming next to the bottom, and I'm going to draw my knees back to my face and take my hands to my back. So this is a half shoulder stand, so please just watch me for a moment and notice I'm trying to work my hands up to my bra strap. And if you don't wear a bra, then just imagine where a bra strap is. So my knees are kind of back to my face. And then from here, we stretch our legs up. Again, I'm trying to be as straight as I can. So I'm walking my hands up my back until I'm into a straight position. Now then, too much for you. I want you to find a nice wall. Come and lay next to a wall. Yeah, so lengthways, twist yourself round and take your legs up a wall. So my bottom is very, very close. That's why we start as close as we can up against a wall, and then we spin ourselves. So my bottom is sitting right up against the wall. And that's a really nice relaxing position. So should we do it together now? So we either find a wall or come and lay down, fingertips to the side of your bottom. Lift your knees up and then get a little bit of momentum to bring your knees above your forehead. And I'm holding on to my lower back stroke top of my bottom. Keep your neck still. So try not to look at the screen at the moment. Walk your hands a little bit further up your back as you're rolling your shoulders in. And then think about stretching the legs up. Yeah, so trying to get my legs as straight as they'll go. It's quite difficult, and I'm all the time working on drawing my hands further up my back, up to the top of my bra strap or a little higher. So you either stay here, you either come down and relax, Or if you want, we take our legs over behind us into the plough. So you can tap, taking one leg down. Keep that head still and down. If you're up the wall, just stay there. If you want to take two legs over, and if they do touch down, take your hands, palms facing down, hold it here. Let's all bring ourselves back up, slowly. Bend the knees. Yeah, if you are in this position, we're now going to take our hands slowly back down to our bottom, and they're coming down, down, down. Now we need to switch on the abs as the abs take us back down to the floor. Stay where you are, do not sit up. Do what your body is telling you to do now. Okay, so that might be stretching out. It might be moving your knees from side to side. It might be coming into a little ball. It might be stretching your legs out, full body stretch. Just take your time and just hold it here, whatever you need to do. Just allow your body to recover from that really, really big stretch. Now, it doesn't matter what you was doing, as in your legs up the wall, you was in half or full shoulder stand. It can be quite tricky to do. To move your legs from side to side. So we've just had a really big back stretch, haven't we? We've just had our legs right way behind us. So we need to counterbalance this. So you stay where you are, just have a little look at the screen. I want you to take this diamond shape and place it here. Yeah, so you don't have to come up. I want you to take that diamond shape. So you're laying down on your mats, everyone's on the mats, and you've got that diamond shape underneath your body. And notice that my elbows are out to the side. I can feel my thumbs on my lower back, and my fingers are just at the top of my bottom. Flex your feet, have your feet open a little bit. Gently pushing down with the arms. Imagine rolling back now onto the crown of your head. So you end up with an arch in your back. Yeah, if this is too much, just lay down and just roll your pelvis until you feel an arch in your back. Yeah, just a gentle arch. If you can, we're going to come all the way up onto the crown of the head, feeling that big arch in the back. Keep the legs strong, flex your feet. Big deep breath in here, so you've got a big stretch in your neck. And then lift the head, relax your head down, make sure your chin is really tucked into your body. Take your hands out, interlace your hands, take your head in your hands, and now draw your head up gently to your chest. We've just had a massive great big stretch in our throat, so by drawing the head up we're now stretching in the opposite direction, so we're counterbalancing that stretch. If you can, whilst you're holding your head like this, imagine rolling out that arch in the back. So I'm kind of lifting my pelvis up, and it takes that arch out in the back. My abs switch on at this point as well. Totally relax now, and then just lift the head up and move your head from side to side. Gentle little movements, side to side to side. And then as you place your head down, make sure your chin is into your chest. Make sure you widen your feet a little. Feel your feet drop out to the side and your hips open, and then draw your arms out to the side. palms facing up. Try and roll your shoulder blades under so you feel that big chest opening. Now, nice big deep breath in. Think of your abdominal breathing. Breathe in. Tummy raises up. Thoracic breathing. Chest widens. Rib cage comes out. Clavicle breathing. Feel that breath work right up under your collarbone. Hold your breath for a few seconds. Now the challenge is to exhale slowly, slowly, slowly. Chest comes down, belly drops down. Draw that belly button back to the spine, pushing all that stale air out of your lungs. Hold your breath for a few seconds. Then gently, gently, gently rise the belly up, 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 up. Ribs, chest, collarbone. Hold your breath and back down again. So just now I'd like you to completely just bring your breath back to its normal rhythm. It will be short and shallow. Think about really relaxing now. Move the body around. Just let it completely relax. And now really connect to yourself. Notice, how do you feel now in your relaxation? Now you've worked your body. Yeah, you've done all these postures. Do you feel more relaxed? So just, without judging yourself, just realise when you first started how you felt to when you finished. Do you feel more relaxed? We're going to gently roll over to our right hand side. Take your time. Bring yourself over. Right hand side. If you've got high blood pressure, roll over to your left hand side. Bring yourselves up. And if you've got your block or your cushion, we're going to come and sit on our block or our cushion. If you haven't got a block or cushion, this is absolutely fine. So when we meditate, there's different ways we can sit. You can literally just sit with your back up the wall. We want straight back, so you can be here, yeah? Palms to face up. If you're on a cushion or a block, you could sit like so, yeah? Palms to face up. Or we come and sit on our block. We always sit up a little bit higher and sort of push your bottom back. Flip your sort of flesh to the back so your pelvis sits forward, and then we allow our knees to drop lower than our hips. So nice long straight back. We're going to practice literally a minute of meditation. So anything that comes into your mind, let it come, but then let it go. Any noise that you hear, we don't want to label the noise. Yeah, so if you're sitting there and you hear a dog, don't think, oh, that's a dog. Oh, is that the neighbour's dog? I wonder what sort of dog that is. Your mind races away. Just say in your mind's eye, that's a noise. Yeah, that's a sound. Just label it in a way that you're just acknowledging it, but you're going to let it go. So take your palms to face up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Pelvic floor. Eyes are closed. And we're just going to be quiet. Think about your breath. If your mind races away, bring it back to the breath where you count how many breaths in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next time you breathe in, make it longer, get to 5, yeah? So let's just take a big deep breath in. Exhale, drop the shoulders and just be quiet. So I want you to take a big deep breath in now. Exhale. Bring your hands into prayer. Push your palms together, your fingers together. Say Om Shanti, which means peace, and Namaste, which means I bow to the divine in you guys. Well done, everyone. Well done. So I hope you found